All right. Thank you all so much for tuning in today. My name is Kendall Davis. I'm the success coach for the Neil and Neil team. And we wanted to do a class this month that was very timely with Thanksgiving coming up next week, but also after the year that we've all had and just everything that everyone's been through. I think it's more important now than ever to make sure that you're recognizing all of the things around you that make your life easier or put you in a better mood and make your life better day to day. So we wanted to talk about up-leveling your business through thankfulness and how showing gratitude in all areas of your life can really help your business thrive. So I'm going to talk a little bit about why gratitude as a daily practice is so important. And then we'll go into the different people you need to make sure to remember. And then we'll talk about showing gratitude to clients and community and really focus on that on the back half. We'll go ahead and get started. So, in practicing gratitude, it's really important to start with yourself. It sounds so cheesy, and you hear people say it all the time that you need to practice gratitude daily or start a journal. And it sounds cheesy, and I know that, but it really is important. And there are a lot of true benefits to practicing gratitude daily. So, I love this quote, especially for this year and what a crazy year it's been. When you arise in the morning, give thanks for the food and for the joy of living. If you see no reason for giving thanks, the fault lies only in yourself. And I think we all can be guilty of getting in a headspace where maybe we're not noticing the little things and not noticing all the positives and all the blessings that we have in our lives. So gratitude as a daily practice is really meant to help you tune in to all of those little things. The two primary obstacles in practicing gratitude and showing gratitude are forgetfulness and lack of mindful awareness. And I'm so guilty of this myself. I am a very forgetful person. If I don't have it written down or right in front of me or on my calendar, I'm definitely going to forget. So forgetfulness is a huge obstacle, I think, for real estate agents with us running all over the place at all times. It's easy to forget things. So put things in your calendar, send yourself an email, just make sure that you don't lose track of those little things that are important to your business. And lack of mindful awareness. I think this everyone can be guilty of at one point or another. When you're so used to something being done for you, or so used to people taking care of a certain part of your day for you, you start to lose awareness at how important that thing is to your daily life. I'll give the example. My husband is really great at doing the dishes. He's a little bit OCD about doing the dishes, to be honest. And I don't thank him enough for it because I've just gotten so in the routine of him doing it that I don't have that mindful awareness that I need to say thank you and show some appreciation there. So be really in tune, and that's what the daily practice of gratitude kind of encourages in your daily life. So ways that you can use or show gratitude as a daily practice. Journal by hand. A lot of people are big on, getting up first thing in the morning and spending 10, 15 minutes journaling about the things that you're thankful for from the previous day. I'm not great at journaling by hand, admittedly. I've started a journal so many times and I just never follow through with it. And that's going to be one of my goals for 2021 is to be more intentional about journaling by hand. And I'm going to challenge myself and try and do that. What I normally end up doing is just writing notes in my phone on the notes app, or I'll send myself an email if it's something, if I'm trying to overcome that forgetfulness aspect. I'll send myself an email to my personal email to Boomerang and come back around to me, or set something up in my calendar so that it will come up for me. Let me see. I have a few people joining real quick. All right, sorry guys. So journal in your phone on email form. They're actually gratitude apps that are really great for for reminding you. They'll send you daily reminders to do that. And then starting a gratitude jar at home also is so important. I think we get in the habit of just going about our daily life, and we don't always show gratitude and let that trickle down through our family. So that's something we'll be doing in my house from Thanksgiving to Christmas, is doing a gratitude jar and just giving the kids a visual of things stacking up over the month leading up to the end of the year, and giving them a visual of all the things that we have to be grateful for. Some things to remember: be specific. So how many times a day do you say thank you for something? A lot. And that's great, because that's just basic manners and kindness, and your parents taught you to do that from an early age, and that's really great to do. But if you're truly looking to go deeper with gratitude and have it start to affect your daily life, you need to be specific about what things you are specifically grateful for. Thank you so much for sending that document for me. That helps me. I wasn't going to be back to for hours. I mean, that's so simple to say. Brenda, I'm talking to you there on that. Brenda's my TC, and she's really fantastic at helping me out with things like that. So be specific about showing gratitude and what you are thankful for. Be aware of situations, people, items that bring you joy or help get you through your day, and pay attention to the little things. Don't take for granted the loading of the dishwasher or unloading of the dishwasher, because it's those little things that really start to add up. Let's talk a little bit about the benefits of gratitude. There are so many studies out there. I really didn't even realize how many studies had been done on the benefits of gratitude. And I love this quote: expressing gratitude internalizes good vibes. I love that. And it's so true. I'm going to have to move these over a little bit to see this. So it improves showing gratitude daily and making it a true daily practice improves physical health. It improves sleep, psychological health, increases empathy, reduces aggression, gives you more social connection, and enhances self-esteem and improves mental strength. So there are a ton of studies that show the benefits to your physical and psychological health. It lowers stress. It lowers instances of depression. It's more likely that if you show gratitude to someone you just met, that you will end up building a bond and a long-term friendship with that person. There are just so many benefits of showing gratitude, and one little act or one little word to someone that will pour back into you as a person. So make sure you're conscious of that, and all the things all the ways in which that will come back to you in the end. I think this whole topic really just gets at acknowledging people, acknowledging someone's good deed or something that they did that may seem like such a minor thing, but really all people are looking for is acknowledgement. And if you stop acknowledging because you get so caught up in your daily things that you're doing for your clients here and there, or things that you're doing for your family here and there, if you just get so caught up in the motions of things, it's really difficult to acknowledge all of the little things that contribute to your day. So just looking for acknowledgement there for the people in your life. I listened to a podcast of a guy who wrote My Gratitude Journal, and he set out to write 365 different things throughout the year. And then he published that in book form, and he actually ended up continuing it for several years. And he talked about how in the beginning it was easy because he was thankful for his family, or thankful for his home, or thankful for all these obvious, he called them low-hanging fruit, obvious things that he is thankful for and everyone should be thankful for. And then after he got through those, he really started having to dig deep and pay attention to the little things. So he lined out 6 different things that are important to pay attention to, in areas that you can show gratitude towards. So people, places, things, experiences, feelings, and intangible items. We're mainly going to focus on the people here, but I say that as a reminder that it doesn't just have to be people, or it doesn't just have to be a thing that you're thankful for. I think 2020 has showed me that I've always been thankful for my home, But until I started seeing things about people in New York City being in lockdown for months and not able to leave their apartments, and those people have kids and animals, and just thinking I'm so lucky to have a house and I'm so lucky to have a backyard during this time when so many people don't have that. I really became in tune to how fortunate I was, or I am, in my position in life, just living where we live, and being able to have what we have when things went awry and when things got shut down. So I think that's one of the biggest takeaways for me from 2020 is there are so many little things that we take for granted that we really need to be extra cautious of and conscious of going forward. So we'll talk a little bit about people, family and friends, again, not taking them for granted and paying attention to the little things. Of course, family and friends can pour into your business and you need to acknowledge that, but also acknowledge them on a small scale day to day and all the little things that they do for you. We'll talk about clients and community in a little bit. With coworkers, it's proven that when you show gratitude to your coworkers, in your organization, there's increased self-worth and confidence, and it creates a ripple effect leading to more trust and more teamwork. And people are more likely to help each other out within your organization, or offer their time or offer their strengths to others to help them out with projects when that gratitude is shown. And I definitely see that in our team group text. When someone does something for someone else, or when someone has a contract come in and everyone's praising them and giving them high fives and everything, it just creates a culture of positivity and encouragement and not competition. And so I think that's really important to keep in mind with coworkers, people you work with. And that doesn't just go to people within your team or within your brokerage. The agent on the other side of the transaction is part of the team getting that deal to closing. So make sure to say thank you, especially if it was a good experience. I mean, we've all had agents that we've worked with who are horrible to work with. And so it makes you really grateful for those who make it an easy process. The title company, you don't even know sometimes how much the title company has spent time on your file. I got to the closing table one time and I thought everything went smooth. And we got to the day before closing, actually, and the escrow officer was like, I can't even tell you how many hours we have spent on the phone with the IRS trying to get this document for this IRS lien payoff. And I had no idea that they had been working for weeks on that on the phone. I knew that it was working in the background. I just didn't know how much time it was taking out of their day. And the escrow assistant was literally getting to work, calling the IRS and staying on hold with them all day while she was doing other things just to get this one document for my clients. And so you never know how much is going on in the background. So make sure you're in tune to those things. You're thanking them for taking the time. Yes, that's their job, but they don't want to be on the phone with the IRS and taking them away from other files that they're working on either. So the coworkers thing doesn't just go for your team or your group. That goes out to all of the different vendors we use and all the different people that we use to get our clients to the closing table. And delight your clients. So this is the main thing that I wanted to talk about. Oh, that's so much better. I didn't realize you could do that. Delighting your clients. I love the word delight. My favorite Bible verse is delight yourself in the Lord and he will give you the desires of your heart. And I think delight your clients and they will come back to you. They will come back to you. They will refer their family and friends. And if you give them the true customer service that you should be giving your clients, and then go the extra mile to really show that you appreciate them and their business, I think it will just continue to pour in over time to your business overall. Hold on, I think I have another person. Oh, Chris Jacobs in the house. So I think, hi. Sorry guys, I'm so bad at the Zoom screens. So during the transaction, it's essential, obviously, to show your clients thanks, because that's when you are about to get paid. So that seems to me the most obvious time that you're going to tell your clients thanks. When I started in real estate coming up on 8 years ago, there were, I think, 8,000, maybe 9,000 agents in San Antonio. There are over 13,000 realtors in San Antonio now. So you need to say thank you for your one client for picking you and choosing to work with you. It goes a long way when you start out, maybe not the first time you show them a house, but once you get to the contract stage, telling them thank you and telling them thank you for picking you, and tell them, I'm going to work my best to make sure this is a smooth transaction for all of us. If you have anything you need, definitely give me a call anytime, but I just really appreciate your business and you picking me to help represent you in this process. With a closing gift, I love getting personal with closing gifts. Sometimes it's not possible because you don't know a ton about your client. If they're moving in from out of state or something like that, you don't always know a ton about them. The more you can gather through the transaction, the better. The more you can get personal with that closing gift at the end. There's certainly some clients that I just get a bottle of wine for at the end, or their favorite drink, whatever it is. But I think it's fun to get personal if you go that extra mile. I think it goes a long way. There are a couple of places in San Antonio that I think are great for this. So I discovered Bramble Box Gifts. It's you can find them on Etsy or Instagram. I found her on Instagram actually, and then the more I dug, the more I realized how local she was, and she'll post things saying she'll drop things off at title companies, which is huge. So you can get with her maybe right after you get out of the option period and go ahead and order your gift for your clients. And then she's working on it for a couple weeks. You can customize the gift, or you can get something that's, you can do something that's, she's already got put together. She has a lot of different ideas that are just kind of generic, but still really cute and show some thoughtfulness. So you can get with her, order it a couple weeks before closing, and then she'll deliver it to the closing or title company for you. That's huge. There's also San Antonio in a Box. I think San Antonio in a Box is a really cool company. That's really great. I think for military clients, people moving in from out of state or out of town, the San Antonio in a Box is an assortment of San Antonio based goods and treats basically. So she'll get like a cookie made by someone here in San Antonio that's really cute, has a screen print on it or has something San Antonio based on it. She'll get San Antonio based salsa and San Antonio made chips and Bolner's Fiesta seasoning. And she creates these boxes that are just an assortment of San Antonio things. And I think that's so fun to give to clients who are coming in from out of town or out of state, especially military. We have so much military moving in and out. I had a listing appointment one time where the clients were moving out of state, and I asked them, this was a couple years ago, Brenda will remember this. I asked them why they were moving, and he immediately just said, well, we hate Texas. And that's not what you expect to hear. And his wife got really mad at him and said, I told you not to say that. I told you not to say that. I would think that's probably not the norm. I don't think most people hate Texas. So I think you're safe with getting a San Antonio type base client gift for those people. So get personal with the closing gifts. That can be really fun. And then surprise them on moving day. This doesn't always work out because schedules are crazy, or they might not actually be here for their moving day. But I did this with some clients a while back where they bought their new house in Fair Oaks. They were selling their old house in Northeast San Antonio, and I had pizza delivered on the day that they moved. They ended up moving like 4 months later, and she had posted on social media that the moving trucks had showed up. And as soon as I saw that, I contacted her and said, hey, I want to send you guys pizza for moving day. She has 4 kids. I knew they would be swamped. And so that night around 5 or 6 o'clock, I had Papa John's delivered or whatever it was. She posted it on Facebook, shared it, said she was so grateful for that. And so that made me feel really good. It made me really happy to help their day go a little bit better and give them something to look forward to at the end of the day. And that helps them because then they didn't have to worry about dinner on moving day. And she gave me a shout out on social media, best realtor ever, whatever she said, that I could then share to my social media. So that was really great. After the transaction, of course, when you finish the transaction, you should always be asking for a review on Zillow or Facebook or wherever you get your reviews, realtor.com. Ask for the review. And when they write the review, you don't have to advertise that you're going to do this, but when they write the review, send them a thank you note, a handwritten note. Thank you so much. This goes so far in my business to have positive reviews from past clients. I'd like to treat you to $5, $10 at Starbucks or Chick-fil-A or wherever it is, somewhere easy, to just drop a little note, handwritten note, and a gift card in the mail to them as a thank you. Handwritten notes go such a long way. That was one of my goals last year, was to do more handwritten notes, which I did do more. I didn't do quite as many as I planned on doing, but I did do more handwritten notes. I've been really horrible about handwritten notes. So I'm trying to be more mindful of that. And I do think that that goes a long way whenever you send that to clients or different vendors. When they refer business to you, I think this is the most important time to show gratitude. So when they first refer business to you, I think a handwritten note with a small gift card or just a thanks, if it's not a gift card, even if it's just handwritten note of thanks, and you referral huge, that referral might not pan out for another year or two. So if you don't want to, spend money on it up front, at least acknowledge it and at least do more than just a text message when they first send you that business, because you want them to keep sending you business. And then usually what I do is once I meet the referral, so if it's for a showing or for a listing appointment or whatever it is, once I meet the people that they've referred to me, I'll send them a text saying, hey, just met with your parents. They're so sweet. I can't wait to work with them. And I really appreciate you sending them over to me. And I think that's, a text is a simple thing. It's not anything crazy, but it's more acknowledgement that you're appreciative for them sending you that business. And you're really, throughout this process, you're really pouring into them thanks so that they'll come back and do it again, and they'll want to help you continue building your business up. And then whenever it closes, I think give them something a little bit more special. I had some clients close recently who were referred to me by a friend, past client situation, and they live in Bernie. And so I got them a gift card to the Dinger Trading Co., which is this little shop on Main Street. It's got a shop with clothing and pastries and breakfast and lunch and everything. So they can kind of do whatever they want. They can go shopping or they can go take the family to lunch. But a handwritten note, again, with that thank you gift card. And at that point, you're probably getting paid on the deal, or you should be getting paid once it closes. So I think it's important to give a little bit more of a monetary give back to them at that point. And then after the transaction, when they give you a shout out on social media, I'm horrible at this, but I have a friend who's really, really excellent at this. She gets shout outs on social media all the time, and she always shares it and then reaches out to them as a thank you. And again, the acknowledgement is important there. Random acts of kindness are really fun to do throughout the year for your clients. So pop buys are a big thing. They're a big Buffini thing. If you follow Brian Buffini, pop buys can be a lot of different things. So you can make it, you can set it up to be, to go along with the holiday. You can set it up to go along with the time of year, something fun happening in San Antonio. Or you can just do a random pop buy. A lot of the Buffini things, if you search on Pinterest for pop buys, or I searched on Instagram the other day for pop buys, just trying to get some ideas. And there's a website, or there's a company in the Northeast that does realtor pop buys, and they do offer two or three different options at a time. And I can't remember the name of it, but if you search for pop buys, it's the first one that pops up on Instagram. And you can order through their website. They ship them to you. You can either choose to put them together on your own, or they put them together for you, and then you go and drop those off with clients. I think the challenge here is time. If you have clients all over the city, it's really difficult to hit 10 to 15 people quarterly, or however many you're trying to do if they're all over the city. So I think it's really important to plan your pot buys out ahead of time. Plan now for 2021 pot buys. So if you want to do them quarterly, figure out your top, 40 clients, 60 clients, whatever it is, clients or people at your kid's school who you're trying to market to, and say thanks to, and get that list together, figure out where they're located in the city, and then plan them out by location. So you're not driving all over the city every time you're doing a pot buy. Hit everyone on the Northwest side now, and hit everyone in Lavernia in 4 months, and just kind of plan that out so that you know what you're doing, what the theme is, what you need to be looking for. And pot buys are usually pretty cheap items. So it's stuff you find at the dollar section at Target or at Dollar Tree, or somewhere like that, something really simple and easy. So pot buys can be really huge and usually get a really good response from clients. And again, it delights them because they're not expecting it. A lot of the Buffini things talk about, have little catchphrases that you say, like, I can't think of one about, never too busy for your referrals, but they make it kind of punny. So I think that's great to do that, but sometimes I think it's just good to treat them and to just bring something that makes their day and makes them happy without asking for the referral every time. That's important there as well. Birthdays, anniversaries, holidays, send them, birthday cards or anniversary cards. If it's an anniversary, if you see on LinkedIn that it's their work anniversary, reach out to them. You can send an email. Hey, I saw that it was your work anniversary. Congratulations. That's so great. And I think we all probably do a pretty good job around the holidays of doing giving back or showing thankfulness, but try and think year round. So make sure you're acknowledging your veterans on Veterans Day, make sure you're acknowledging your moms on Mother's Day, your dads on Father's Day, and things like that throughout the year. Again, if they have a job change or hit a job anniversary, make sure you're checking in on LinkedIn. I'm horrible at LinkedIn, but trying to get better on that. And use social media to friend your clients. I used to have a mental block about this. I wanted to keep it separate. And then once I started adding my clients after the transaction, I wait until after the transaction to make sure that everything's good. But I really enjoy interacting with my clients on social media, and you can find out, what's going on in their life and use that to treat them in your pot buys or whatever it is. Another thing on when people refer business to you, and you can make that really personal too with what you're treating them with. I had a client recently who was expecting, I found out on her social media, she had referred to me her family members. And so I took her some macaroons from Bakery Lorraine, couldn't think of the name of it. So you can make it a little more personal too, if you're involved on their social media or keeping up with them with calls and things like that. And then client appreciation events. These are always really fun and a nice way to say thanks to clients. We're doing Pi Day. A lot of realtors do Pi Day. I don't think that that's a reason that you should not do Pi Day. I think the more the merrier with that. 13,000 agents in San Antonio, probably a couple people have some overlap and know some other real estate agents or know several real estate agents, but not everyone that they know is going to do a Pi Day. So don't feel cliche or like you're, overlapping. Nealty does Pi Day, and I know a lot of other realtors do too. We're actually doing our pie deliveries tomorrow to get ready for Thanksgiving, and I'll be writing a thank you note or a quick note to all of those people as well whenever I drop their pies off. If you're not in an organization that provides that for you, we're fortunate to have those provided for us to give to our clients here on our team. If you're not in that situation, you can just team up with some other agents and get together. Of course, you'll pay for your pies, but you can team up with other agents for a summer party or for a Christmas party or anything like that. I think it's a little easier in the summer because you could do a cookout in a park and just invite a lot of past clients and people who have supported your business to the park and do a cookout. That's really easy, low budget, not having to rent a space for it. It gets a little harder right now, and it's difficult with COVID anyway, to try and rent out a space to do a client party like this. So I have a friend in Houston who I've taken a lot of ideas from. She's just really doing great things there. And she has a summer party with some 3 colleagues of hers, 3 other realtors. They have a joint summer party cookout. This year they did a drive-through popsicle party or ice cream party with COVID so that people weren't close together. And then she does her own Christmas party. So she'll do a Christmas party at her house. She had it catered last year because that was the first year she was at a point in her business to pay for that, to have it catered instead of them trying to cook it all. And she told me how essential that was and how many people came. She got a couple referrals out of just that party and having conversations with her clients at that party. And then she sent them all home. This was a couple weeks before Christmas. She sent them all home with a poinsettia. So timely for the holidays, and gives a little bit of thanks as people are leaving. They didn't come for nothing, and it makes it a little more, I think, homey with our clients when we do things like that. So again, have a plan in place to say thank you or acknowledge each of your past clients at least once a year. So you should all be, calling your clients and emailing your clients and staying in touch with them, but make sure you're doing at least one of these things to delight them for years. Surprise them, delight them, calling and asking business, and you're not calling and asking for anything. And I think that's really important because a lot of times realtors just come across as salesy because they're just asking for business. So don't do that every time. And community. So I wanted to circle back and kind of end with community because I think it's really important, especially this time of year, but try and be mindful of it throughout the year to give back to your community. There's one of my favorite episodes of Friends is where Joey and Phoebe are trying to are arguing about selfless good deeds and if there is such a thing. And Phoebe's trying to prove him wrong the whole episode about, she lets a bee sting her so the bee could go and brag to his bee friends. And he says, well, the bee probably died. And so she thinks, well, darn, I'll find something else. So she donates to his telethon that he's working. And she donates this money that she's been saving up for something that she wanted. And so she feels like that was really selfless. And then when after she donates, Joey gets interviewed on TV for getting this donation. And so she's celebrating at home, he got on TV. And then she realizes, well, there I am being selfish about celebrating that I got him on TV and my donation got him there. And I've thought about that a lot because whenever I volunteer or give back, I feel good. I just feel happy and elated about it. And so that I always think about that episode and if there is really such a thing as a selfless good deed, regardless, I don't think it really matters. If you're helping someone else who's less fortunate and giving back to your community, I think ultimately that's a good thing and that's some good juju that's going to come back around to you. So in doing this and giving back to your community, have a mindset of abundance. Go into it feeling abundantly lucky and abundantly blessed for all of the things that you have in your life to make you capable of giving back to others and to give you that opportunity to give back to others, because not everyone is in a position where they can donate their money or their time or anything like that. So I think be mindful of that and have that mindset of abundance when you're giving back to your community, and then get your clients involved. We're doing a coat drive for St. PJ's as a team, and we just started advertising for that yesterday, doing this coat drive for St. PJ's. It's open to everyone. We've got boxes all over the city, but we're hoping to get our clients involved in that and reach out to our clients and say, hey, we're doing this coat drive as a team for the holidays. Is there anything that you would like to provide? Can I come pick it up from you? Can I, do anything to make it easier on you to donate? Another good idea is to sign up for time at the food bank or wherever you feel like giving your time back. Sign up for a time and try calling on your clients and asking them to come volunteer with you. That will build some community with your clients. It will give back to the community that you would like to serve. And I think it just, that kind of stuff is that ripple effect that will pay off down the line, I think, in your business, and just keep fostering and building that relationship with your clients and past clients in different ways so that it will come back around to you. I think this is something that's really important, that everyone thinks of donating or giving back at this time of year, but try and be consistent throughout the year. That's something that I'm hoping to be more mindful of in the coming year as well. I volunteered at the San Antonio Food Bank a couple months ago with some of my good realtor friends. And the rest of the day, I just felt like I was on a high. I just felt so happy and excited and positive. And that's what it's all about, is giving back to your community, making someone else's day. And then hopefully it'll pour back into you and make you feel all of those things I mentioned earlier, that gratitude helps. And I think that is it. I liked this quote: "He is a wise man who does not grieve for the things which he has not, but rejoices for those which he has." Be mindful of the little things. Pay attention to your people who have gotten you to where you are today. Pay attention to the little things like loading the dishwasher or referring a client to you, and pour back into your clients, and they'll pour back into your business. Thank y'all so much.
Thank you, Kendall. Thanks for being a great teammate.
You too. A few weeks ago, Penelope told me that that was Penelope talking, by the way. She told me that she made me a part of her gratitude practice that morning, and it was maybe the best compliment that I've gotten in so long. It made me feel so good. And that whole week, I felt like I was so excited to come into work. I was so excited to see everybody and keep doing the things I was doing. And that sort of thing just means a lot to people, I think. And Penelope's good about gratitude as a daily practice and showing that gratitude. So trying to take some cues from her on that. So I don't think we have anything on, I don't think we have any questions or anything on, oh, wait, maybe we do.
I don't see any, I don't think. Does anyone have any questions that they would like answered?
I don't see anything. Oh, Jamie gave a shout out for the Friends reference. What I was talking about. All right, well, if that's all, I appreciate everyone joining in and coming to talk about gratitude today. Try and be mindful as you're going through the day and the coming weeks about all those little things. And I hope that pouring into your people will help pour into your business and come back around for 2021. So thank y'all. Have a great day.
Thanks. Bye.
Bye.